Israelites, giving all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Ba'akodash. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father. That's right. Yahweh, meaning He is to be or He exists. That's the name of our Father in heaven, in the ancient Hebrew. Yahweh Shai is the name of the one who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ, or the so-called black man, according to the King James Bible. Give double honor to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, right? As taught us His truth, in His spirit, inspiration, and power. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, saluting all the brothers and sisters that's in this truth and sincerity. Let your life be sincere. Seek her. Seek wisdom. Find her. She's in your streets. Right? And this is for our people, to let our people know, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Latinas, who are the true Israelites, the people of the Most High, the people of God. That a kingdom is coming for them on earth. A kingdom that will be for eternity. Forspoken within the Bible. For our people. And our people need to believe in that. Because this kingdom will crumble and fall and be destroyed by fire. That's right. But there will be another heaven and earth wherein will dwell righteousness forever.
This is Proverbs chapter 1, verse 20. Wisdom crieth without, she uttereth her voice in the streets.
Right? Wisdom crieth without. True wisdom is prophecy. Being truly wise is to speak of things to come, and it actually happens. That man was truly wise. He understood the times. He had knowledge of the times and of the seasons. That is true wisdom. You understand? The testimony of Yahweh Shai is what? Spirit of prophecy. Right? That's true wisdom. The understanding of things to come. So it says, Wisdom of Solomon chapter 8 verse 1. Wisdom reacheth from one end to another mightily, and sweetly does she order all things. We read that again. Wisdom reacheth from one end to another mightily. Didn't the scripture say that this gospel shall be preached to all the world? And then shall the end come and says, wisdom reacheth from one end to another mightily. How? By the ministry of us, the prophets. And mightily. Because this word is being pushed out mightily through us, the prophets. And sweetly does she order all things. This scripture says that I will set them in order before thine eyes. Yeah. So sweetly, the brothers of the tabernacle of Gawadah are being ordered right before your very eyes, before the very eyes of the wicked elite. Sweetness to order all things, because it says in in Psalms. So it says Psalms chapter 50, verse 20. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother. You sit and you speak against your brother, talking about the wicked elite of Esau Edom, the so-called white man. They sit in their governmental meetings, their secret councils. Thou sittest and speakest against thy brother, which is who? Jacob. You so-called black people. Your rulers speak against you. They are enemies.
That's right.
So we the prophets are out here to tell you so-called black people, the Israelites, that you have enemies. That a war is being waged against you. So it says, thou slanderest thine own mother's son. Because Esau and Jacob was born of the same mother. Just who? Rebecca. So it says, thou slanderest thine own mother's son. These things hast thou done, and I kept silence.
Advert there, that's Esau, isn't it? It's not white, it's pink.
It says, these things hast thou done. These things hast Esau done, and I kept silence. When the Most High didn't do nothing. He just let Esau do his thing. Because ultimately the Most High has given the so-called white man the power to rule.
That's right.
That's why I said that the earth has been given into the hands of the wicked. And the Most High has given the power of the earth to the wicked. Which is who? The so-called white man.
Quick precept.
So it says, these things that are done, and I kept silence. So the Most High shut his mouth. Most High just stood back and let the wicked do his thing. Now when the Most High told Satan, listen, go and fuck up what Job has, but don't kill him. The Most High kept silence and let Satan do his thing. Just like us with us right now. And that's why a lot of our people don't believe in God. You know, they're like, look at all the evil that's happened on earth. Why hasn't God come down and done it? Because the Most has kept silence. The Most High has kept silence. Put his finger on his lip and watch and look upon the sons of men who were, it's a test. It's like a test. The Most High is running a test. Who's going to still hold themselves uprightly even when they're in the darkest of times? And I do not intervene. I don't interfere. I just keep silence and let the wickedness run rampant. Who will still hold themselves uprightly? Is there faith on earth?
Yep. I was going to say, you know, it's good to say, a fool uttereth all in his heart, but a wise man keepeth it until afterwards. So the Most High is the ultimate wise man. He's sitting back on his throne, watching all the people do their wickedness, but he's kept silence. He's like, I'm going to hold my word until the time of judgment.
Yeah.
When the Most High speaks, I was listening to Apostle Kabar the other day, and he said, like, when you hear the thunderings and the lightnings, that's when the Most High is speaking. So when the judgment comes, that's when the Most High is going to speak and let his will be known.
Yeah.
His judgment and his destruction.
Right.
But for now, he's just keeping silence and just watching.
Right. Beautiful. You hear what the brother is saying? You hear that? Right? Just because God is not coming down and destroying the wicked and everything, that don't mean he don't exist.
Exactly.
A lot of people, they're not deep like that. Right? So it says, these things hast thou done. These things has the wicked done. And I kept silence. And that's where the people get, that's the stumbling stone for the people then. Why do you keep silence even though the wicked did all these things? So it's like, thou thoughtest that I was altogether such an one as thyself. But I will reprove thee and set them what? In order before thine eyes. Right? Most has what? Going to reprove the wicked. And let them know that what? These people here that you're slandering, right? These people that you're speaking against, I'm going to set them in order right before your very eyes. So the wicked elite, here it is, they think that they're winning. But guess what? They can't stop prophecy. They can't stop prophecy. You can't stop what the Most High has set forth. That's right. He set it forth out of his mouth and it can't turn back until void. The Most High said what? He will raise up the tabernacle of David and rebuild the ruins as in the days of old. So that's the wicked elite being what? Reproved. And the Most High setting us in order right before their eyes. Man, I was filling out this application form for a PCO, a custody officer, basically a prison guard.
That's smooth.
Yeah. and it says on the religion part, you know it says on religion, pick your religion. And you know what it said there? I scrolled down and it said, what? Israelite. Israelite. So the wicked elite, they do acknowledge us. They do acknowledge who we are. You understand?
Revelation chapter 11 verse 11, and after 3 days and a half the Spirit of life from the Most High entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them.
Read that again.
Revelation 11 verse 11, and after 3 days and a half
350 years.
the Spirit of life from the Most High entered into them.
Right, because when you go into it, the Most High had told Abraham once upon a time that his seed would be enslaved by the Egyptians for 400 years. Enslaved by the enemy for 400 years, right? Now, when you go into the Revelations, it tells you that America is spiritually Egypt and Sodom and Gomorrah.
That's right.
Spiritually Egypt. So we would again, according to the curses in Deuteronomy 28, verse 16, thou shalt, what did it say?
28, 68?
Yeah.
Okay. Deuteronomy 28 verse 68 says, and the Lord Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So you will be brought into Egypt again with ships. So has that ever happened? Show me a time where it's been documented where the Jews were put into Egypt again by cargo slave ships. Show it to me. And they said again. So there's a second time where the Israelites were brought into Egypt, the country of Egypt, by slave ships. There's no documentation of that. It never happened. So we know that this is talking, it's metaphoric. Meaning a land of what? Bondage.
That's right.
by the way of slave ships. What people were led into slavery by slave ships. The Israelites. Okay? And then what did it say? When you go back to Revelations now,
After 350 years.
after 350 years, shall what?
And it says, and after...
Hold it.
Come.
So it says Genesis chapter 15, verse 13. And he said unto Abram, know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them. And they shall afflict them 400 years. Right? They'll afflict them 400 years. And also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge, and afterward shall they come out with great substance. You hear that? So the scripture said what? That we're going to serve our enemies for 400 years. After 3 days and a half and 350 years. Approximately 400 years. Coming up.
Revelation,
Go back to Revelation.
Yeah, Revelation 11 and 11 again. And after 3 days and a half, the Spirit of life from the Most High entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them.
That's beautiful, because what? They're being set in order right before the super elite's eyes. And that's why great fear is falling upon them. Because they passed into such a lower state, and they used all manner of witchcraft to deceive us, to lie to us about who we are. They deceived the whole world, right? Into believing that the Son of Man, Yahweh Shai himself, is a so-called white man. The Jews are so-called white people. And then the Bible is for everybody. And they were thinking, yeah man, we're winning. But then what's happening? The Spirit of life entered into them, which is what wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Right?
I've got another one if you want it. Hold on.
It's Ezekiel 37, verse 8. And when I beheld, lo, the sinews and the flesh came upon them. Ezekiel 37 verse 1. The hand of Yahweh was upon me and carried me out in the spirit of Yahweh and set me down in the midst of the valley which is full of bones. The valley of the shadow of death.
Has no...
The so-called white man's world.
I don't know, finish.
A valley is what? A low land.
Low.
Finish the whole
A valley
scripture.
that's full of what? Bones. And who is the bones? You so-called black people. Bones is talking about our people. Right? Because we're dead. We're a no people. We have no identity. We have no culture. We have no unification. We have no government. There's no unification of us. We're dispersed, we're scattered, we're dead. You have no knowledge of ourselves. Right?
Let's pray to God for that guidance.
But that guidance is here. When we're telling you that you're the Israelites, that's guidance. We're showing you who you are. Our skin is not black.
No, it's not.
Is my skin not black to you? Why am I calling myself a black man?
No, these are all invented things.
Invented things.
Proverbs and bywords.
So who are we? Who are we together? We're one people. Who are we?
We can only hope.
We are the Israelites.
That's right.
We're the descendants of a man called Israel, Yasha'ana. Abraham,
How did I
Isaac,
know this from within the
that's our ancestors. We're their descendants. And the Bible tells you that the Israelites, right? They will be cursed because of their disobedience. Because we disobeyed the Most High. Because we disobeyed God, all these curses will come upon us. And it's happening right to this very day. Right? This very day. He said, what will be scattered throughout the whole earth. America, Europe, China, Africa, dispersed throughout the whole world. Because we disobeyed our Father.
Is
Right?
that through Moses or what?
Moses. Yes.
But Moses suffered under King Pharaoh. And then at some point, he miraculously was adopted because of the powers of Pharaoh's wife. He was spared. And then later he grew up in the house of King Pharaoh. And then when he grew up, he found that his people were suffering. They were at first highly and then later he decided to take his people across. Well, that is where the most Israel become. Look at it digitally, it has swift analysis. None of them have gone right to the left. The Palestinians and they all have equal share. But because of the misuse of God, everyone wants to claim it in absolute data. That is not quite easy.
When you go in the Bible, that land is our inheritance.
And then
That
when,
is our land.
when Pharaoh came to chase them across, that's where Moses struck the Red Sea, and the Red Sea opened the pass. And then when he came with his soldiers, they all drowned.
Right.
So the world started its own history. No matter how we become educated, we can't change. We all have to pray. That is why when I'm a Muslim, but when I see you like that, I see you as part of society, diversity. I can't just say, oh, I'm not belonging to that religion, so I can't listen.
Why are you a Muslim?
Huh?
Why are you a Muslim?
Well, that's my own natural instinct.
What
That's my own
country?
parent.
What country? No, they're Israelites. They're Israelites.
But yes, when I say every
People
nation
of the people of Sierra Leone, Nigeria, Ghana, we're one. You should be for your people one. The Muslims originally, they're the Ishmaelites, Ishmael, which are the Arabs. You're not their people. They look down on you. The Arabs originally looked down on your people.
No, we are not.
So why would you convert to a religion of a people that look down on you?
No.
Well, you should have good thoughts of yourself. Have honor.
Yeah,
As a man.
But,
As a man, you have honor. And you must understand that you must be for your people.
yeah,
To be for the restoration of your people.
yeah, you should be right. I say.
Right.
Every religion has got equal modes of presentation. If you go to the mosque, the Islamic people will tell you how good they are. Go to the Christian, they tell you how good they are. Go to the Buddhist, they tell you how good they are. So within the scope of diversity, we have to look for a common platform of harmony. Without harmony, there will be no equality.
I'm listening to what you're saying.
Yeah. So no, I'm saying that
I'm speaking with it. I'm speaking with it.
for us, for us to be aware of one another is correct with the first stage of like the hours passing. Even though I'm in Muslim, I can't just pass like that. So let me listen to what this man is saying. And then he spoke about this.
I say this.
He said our own country, our people came like Israelites. I said in Palestine.
Bro, talk to me.
Yeah, he's my brother. I will leave you.
No, he's not your brother. He's one of your people.
Yeah, he's my brother.
I'm of your people. Right? I know because
we live in the same estate. Anytime my car gets problem, he's the one that
listen to this. Listen to this. It says Deuteronomy 28 verse 16.
What?
Deuteronomy
Yeah, Deuteronomy.
chapter 28
Yeah.
verse 16. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Who? Moses.
And the Lord, or the Most High, shall bring you into Egypt, slavery, into bondage, again with ships.
Is that the Israelites? Or?
Israelites. Right.
Okay, so
You be brought into slavery
Yeah, so Moses.
by slave ships. By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again, which is the land of Israel. That land that the Most High said, you inherit that land, you will see that land no more again. There thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies, for bond men and bond women, and no man shall buy you. That's all I can leave you. That's what will happen to the Israelites. That you will be sold to your enemies.
By who? Sold by who?
That's all I can tell you.
Okay.
That this has to enter into your mind.
But
And this will happen.
Are you
Listen
Israelite?
to me. This will happen to you.
Are you part of them?
There will be slave ships.
Are you one of them? Yeah, are you one of
And
them?
sold to their enemies.
Are you one of them?
We are Israelites.
We are all Israel.
No. These people, they sang.
Oh, you got a list of them.
That should be right here. Should be right here. Yellow wood. Yellow wood. Should be right here. Should be right here. 9 years are here. 9 years are here. 9 years are. 9 years are. 4 food. Revelation. Yeah.
Yeah, Revelation.
Yellow wood.
That wool. Yeah, thank you.
Yellow sheep.
Even he knows. Even he knows. He was black. Yeah. Jesus was black. You hear what he's saying? So why you Muslim?
If we set our religion to follow, so this is that, it's no problem. That is no problem. What? We have to look for a way forward in life. Forget about color. Don't judge people by their color.
Listen.
Judge people by their work. You see, when there's a computer, it's the software that determines the computer.
That's true.
Yeah, I can go and bring any machine now. Say, oh man, I've got a nice laptop. But if it's not the right software, it's not it. So, but we have to find a way forward. This has been
Who's we?
the whole generation of this.
Right.
No matter whether you're Christian,
is
Muslim,
that everybody is against you. They look down at you.
Why?
Why? Because you're in their eyes, you're black. Listen. Let me talk to him, let me bring out the scripture.
Whether you say Jesus was black or white, that's not the point. Now,
is a point.
what we are after
Okay.
is to unify the world. That has gone past. Whether it was what color, what ODK, that cannot be reversed. The religion of every nation has got to be in unison of development, sustainable development. People are saying, oh, most of the conflict is emanating from religion, some are saying from politics. But at the end of the day, we are here to account for younger children. Like that child now, he has a right, when he comes to school age, he has to go to school and develop and come up as a human being of then tomorrow, he too will have his own children, or she will have her own children. But if we, whether in religion or politics, if we continue to dramatize the color and they try to draw equality where there is no harmony, it will not work. It will not work. You see, the way I have seen you, I know you cannot just come here, this small meeting time, you stand in the sun. For every second, you are being rewarded in your capacity within your own religious spectrum. I was coming just now, I saw some Indian guys. They have their own, they have a shop there. About 2 years ago, they gave me that same card. I said, well, I cannot see you and I just abandon you. I said, but I'm a different religion.
You have to understand that there's a such thing as called racism.
Yeah, all this is applied by us.
Listen,
It's not natural.
The Most High has engineered mankind to be for their race. You can't stop them.
Yeah, that's not how nature
You can't
is.
unify people.
But
You
we
cannot
have
unify
to.
them.
This is
No,
your
you
mandate.
can't. You can't do that.
You have
You cannot
to.
unify the people.
Yes. Yes. We have heard about this color.
Listen. You want to unify mankind.
Yes.
The one world order.
Yes. Because we must
So you believe in everybody coming together. That the Most High did not want that. That's why the Most High created different nations of people. The Most High created racism.
Who? You mean
The
God?
Most High Himself.
So you're saying that
The Most High has one people, a chosen people, to rule them all. All the races of people will be ruled by one race, which is our people. Our people, the Israelites. We would show all the other races of people about order, righteousness from the Lord. That's it. I know you don't like it. I know you
why
don't
should I
like
not?
it.
Well, I do.
But because you believe that everybody should come together. And that's not what the Most High wanted.
Well, that's my belief, and that's what
Yet the Most High divided the nations in Deuteronomy
say
30.
that people need to be together. We have fought and fought and
No.
all this climate change
Listen
comes
to
from
me,
conflict.
please. My brother, please, listen to me. The nations are against your people. They look down at your people.
Well, that's their own business.
Yeah, but they look down at
it won't
you.
count
They
anything.
hate your people. You can stop begging to be accepted by people that do not love you. Have respect for yourself.
Romans 3:12.
Have
For all
respect
have
for
sinned
yourself,
and
brother.
come short of the glory of God.
If you keep begging people for love that don't love you, how can they ever respect you?
But what's the other
They
alternative?
will never respect you.
Okay, well, what's the alternative? In your mind?
We have to understand that we have to rule them.
38.
In what
We're
way?
not like them. We're a special people. Give me Deuteronomy 7 verse 6.
Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 6.
Listen to this.
For thou art a holy people.
You, so-called black people, you are a holy people. Come on now.
For thou art a holy people unto Yahweh thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people.
About what?
Above all people.
What?
Above all people.
Say again.
above all people that are
Above
upon
all-
the face
is
of
it
the
above-
earth.
Above all people.
All other people or all people? You know, it's an English language. It has a
Listen,
metaphorical meaning.
it's not science. It's very straightforward and simple. The Most High chose us to be above.
Above
And,
all.
and that's why they hate us. Because they envy us. They envy us.
Well, that's their problem.
So we have,
cannot
to,
change
but we have to understand that and compute that in our minds.
Don't worry,
Please,
you are
stop trying to delusionalize yourself. Be a man and deal with the truth. This is the truth. Stop putting it to the side. The reason why they hate us in McDonald's is because they envy us. Because we're special people. We're God's chosen people. But in the end, we have a kingdom for us. Where we will rule over our enemies. That's a man. That's a man.
That has been in say for the past 100 years, 200 years, 300 years. So the new preachers of today put your trajectory in a digital perspective. Swift analysis. If you start to think about history, you never come to conclusion. We are speaking English. We have to go and where we are the clothes.
Deuteronomy 32 and verse 8.
These are all
When the Most High divided the nations. Deuteronomy 32 and verse 8.
Yeah.
When the Most High divided the nations.
Most High divided.
Right,
Who is that Most High? Are you saying
When the
that's
Most-
God?
The God of our people.
Okay.
The original
The God of the universe.
The God of the universe. The one God. There's only one.
Okay. Aha, that's one thing.
There's one.
When there is one God,
When the
Yeah,
Most
but that
High.
God is the God of our people.
okay.
So you should rejoice. You should be like,
I'm always
yeah,
rejoicing.
that's the
But
God
I
of my
always,
people.
I always look at
Listen closely, listen closely. This is the God of my
you
ancestors.
see this man too, he has his own. These two has the right to preach. This is the world we are. Cultural diversity. Every human being
Yeah, but
is
there's rights.
praising
You see,
his
this
or
guy's
her
going
own
on, he's going on.
identity.
Deuteronomy 32 and
There's
8.
only one truth.
When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number.
He set the bounds of the people. You know the people? You see the people there? He set the bounds of the people according to the number.
According to the number of the children of Israel. For Yahweh's portion is his people, Jacob is the lot of his inheritance.
Jacob is the lot of the Most High's inheritance. That's the people that God played. He said these people will be like.
Yeah,
Which is why you saw for black people and what? The native Indians of America. Those people will be gods. God's people. They're the inheritance of God.
that
The
are you,
other
are you
people there,
talking
the other
about
people there?
the afterlife?
No, talk about now.
Okay, if you can assume that you are on top of anyone, you are correct. Because you are liberated, you have educated yourself, there is an inclusion, there is safeguarding, there is accommodation. So if we try to confuse the world on ethnic or racial terms, we'll be making an existing situation worse. Because we are just inclined by this. We are inclined by the clothing, we are inclined by even the book.
I love you as a brother, so you're not going to understand this. This truth is unique, you know.
If you agree with
You
all
see,
this knowledge you've
this
got,
truth is only for the elect.
yeah, if you
It's very simple, but it's rocket science in the two thirds, man. They can't get it.
don't segregate yourself. Just know that you have a mandate to bring people together. That's the best way of religion. Whether you are Muslim, Christian, Jew,
Listen,
we are not
listen,
preaching.
listen, you know what's the Do you not wish for the exaltation of your own
My own people is not limited. My own people can be Europeans, it can be African. Who is my people? People with conscience. My people are not marketed by color. If we follow that rule, you see now I'm running into my 70s. Maybe you are going into your 20s or 30s. Yeah, okay. So you know that the more you do this work, the more experiences you have. We have noticed that if we use religion to unify people, we have mandated ourselves to serve God. If we follow by the perception of Satan, whereby nations fight one another and this and that, then you see that sometimes they fight and fight and fight. When they get tired, they say, oh, let's call it the UN.
But that's not Satan. God divided the nations.
Well, that's where the problem is. The division.
No, that's not the problem.
Some people are saying...
that's not the problem.
No.
That's
Some
not
people
the
are
problem.
saying
God
the division was
intended
caused
it.
by
Listen,
Christianity.
God intended it to be that way.
Well, if
The Most High divided nations. He didn't unify them. He divided them.
Well, that's your opinion.
So that's not Satan. No, it's not what the word. It's what the word of God says.
Okay. No, just read one more and then... So which one is this? What's the picture is this?
That's our Savior. That's the
Say,
sovereign.
I came not to send peace, but a sword. So is that Matthew 10:36? To say not to save, not to create peace.
34.
Okay, if you take a sword, how many people are you going to kill with a sword? Yeah, that's like a volcanic eruption, isn't it?
Nuclear destruction.
Okay, all those are man-made.
Nope. God made it. God intended this to happen.
There is nothing on earth that is not commanded by God.
What you're going to find out is that this time is the great destruction.
It's intended by God.
This wicked time that we're in.
Are you wicked? You are not wicked. I'm not wicked. Such that you have to face the fact to digitally illustrate the people
Listen.
who have gone in their political
Listen. Me and you are wicked.
I'm not wicked. You are not wicked.
You are wicked.
If I were wicked, my life was
So what are you trying to say? You're righteous.
Everybody is righteous until the person proves him or
That's
herself.
why you say that shows that you're wicked. Yeah. That's why you professing yourself to be righteous. Shows that you're wicked.
Well, I cannot say I'm wicked because I've never
You
been.
are wicked.
I've never.
You know how corrupt we are, how sinful we are, our minds, the way we feel,
Well, depending on. But
how our bodies stink. We stink. We're filthy. We are wicked. We're low. We're low. You should always understand that. You should never think that you're right.
let us hope for the better.
This is Romans 3 verse 23. For all have sinned and come short of the glory of God.
For all have sinned.
Right, so we're wicked. We're not
But
righteous.
was that in the First Testament or in the first?
Romans 3 verse 23.
Okay. Before Christ and during Christ and after Christ. So if we put it in that three segment.
It is a black man, remember that.
No, but if you say Jesus was a black man or that doesn't make any
It
difference.
does. It makes
They will tell you, say, okay, it's correct.
This guy's not inspired.
Are you telling me that
You are
Jesus
not
came from
inspired.
Uganda?
You are not.
Jesus came from Palestine.
This guy is not inspired. When we say that so-called Christ was a black man,
They said Jesus Christ
Your
from
man
Nazareth.
should be like
It's
who?
Nazareth in Africa.
you should be
Look
like,
at the map of
no,
Africa.
this is the point.
Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Is Nazareth in Africa? So let's don't worry about color.
Listen, you don't understand. There's a lot of things you don't understand. There's a lot of things you don't understand. Right? So a lot of things you don't understand. Right? The people of West Africa migrated here. They were one people. From the West Africa town we went to.
Oh yeah, that's migration has been
Listen. This is the time to see your Lord, Nigeria, Ghana, Ivory Coast, Cameroon, Uganda, Congo. Most of the time we were one. We had one language.
Some people that
One,
say
listen, please. Yeah, we had one culture, one language.
What is it?
One language, because we are the same genetic, same blood, same ancestry.
So how often are you here?
I would have thought you were Nigerian the way you talk. And now if you come across a man of Nigeria, listen. If you come across a man of Nigeria, naturally I would think that you and him are brothers, the same flesh and blood. Yeah, so naturally you're the Israelites. You're the people of Jacob, Isaac, and Abraham. Right? But we migrated to West Africa, South Africa, East Africa, West Africa. Originally, we're from the land of what? Palestine, the Middle East. When you read about Abraham, where did Abraham come from? Of the Chaldees. Of the Chaldees. And he migrated to Padana, which is the Middle East. Right? And then, because of Roman persecution, the Greek enslavement, he migrated down south into Africa, the continent of Africa. Then we spread abroad. We're dispersed, scattered abroad because of the curses.
So the Romans too had their own.
Right. We don't do that. You have to mind your foot. You can't come with Trump and go over this. Please, you have to mind. Please.
But wait, what is the prime objective of your church? Do you have a building of your own?
The building is us.
Oh, you are like Jehovah's Witnesses.
Me, him, brothers who listen, right? There's other brothers that are part of this building that's being built back up again. Because right now, we as a people have been broken down. We've been destroyed. So the black people have been destroyed. But now what's happening is that...
By who?
By the Most High. The Most High has broken us.
So that's not necessarily by the white people.
Listen, because we sinned against him.
No, but
because our Father has been an enemy against us because we sinned against him. So now as a result, God has brought us down and brought our enemies over us.
Well, who are the enemies?
So-called white man, the Arab man.
Deuteronomy 28 verse 49. The Lord Yahweh shall bring a nation against thee from afar. The Lord Yahweh shall bring a nation against thee from afar, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flyeth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
So you understand their tongue, their language. This nation,
a nation of fierce countenance, who shall not regard the person of the old, nor shew favor to the young.
Right, so they're not going to have no mercy upon the old or the young of our people coming up.
And he shall eat the fruit of thy cattle and the fruit of thy land until thou be destroyed, which also shall not leave the corn, wine, or oil, or the increase of thy kind, or the flocks of thy sheep, until he have destroyed thee.
That's even the white man came as the Romans. And they came, and what did they do? They showed no favor to the young or to the old. They slaughtered them both in Jerusalem.
Oh, that was done by Moses, isn't it?
No, we're talking about a nation that God will bring against us, which is who? The so-called white man, right? In the form of the, listen, in the form of the Romans.
When you say white, so many nations can be white. For me, my brother, my nation can be either black or white. If we continue to draw attention to historical things about faith and religion and color, we'll be making an existing situation worse.
This is Ezekiel 37, verse 4. Again, he said unto me, prophesy upon these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of the Lord. Yahweh. But use the dry bones. Our people. Bones is like a skeleton, a dead people. The people that are not alive, we're like dead. We have no identity. We have nothing. We're scattered. We're against ourselves. We hate
So
ourselves.
you have identity, you have the Bible, you have your historical, you have your Quran, you form in the Quran in the high
I'm
school.
talking about so-called black people now. Please.
But we are black people.
Listen.
Are we
You're not
not?
listening.
No, are we not black people?
No. Then my skin not black. Is your skin? Look at your skin.
Oh, okay. So
Look at
yeah,
your skin. Look at your skin. Look at your skin. Your skin not black. Your skin not black. No. So why would we call ourselves black? We're not black. We're the Israelites.
Well, give you all the hope and lot of hope. Are you here every day?
Thursday, we're here, we're down there. We're just
Okay, I'll be seeing you once in a while. Yeah?
Oh yeah. New wine on bottles in it. That's an example of the two things. Right?
The sad thing is that he wants everybody to, he'll put everybody above himself. That's how low he is.
You know, this truth provides us with self-esteem. That we're higher than what we think we are. You know? We've been lied to. We've been lied to. Right? If you only knew. If you only knew. That's the job of the prophets, to wake up the elect of our people, to prophesy to the wind, man. It says, verse 4, Ezekiel 37, verse 4. Right? It says, again, he said unto me, prophesy upon these bones. That's the testimony of Yahweh Shai. The spirit of what? Prophecy.
Yeah, but why?
Prophecy.
No,
Bless me,
get me a large,
Can bless me now.
God bless you by telling you.
a large rice and peas and broken.
It says, again, he said unto me, prophesy upon these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of Yahweh. So just hear. Yeah? Let this hear us. We couldn't do that. You know?
It's not that he couldn't, the Most High didn't want it.
All praises to Yahweh, while Hashem, Yahweh Shai, while Hashem will come.
There's probably an angel like, no, just smooth that away.
He said, bless me, bless me.
Yeah.
I tried to bless him by giving him this word. That's the greatest blessing. The scripture says, blessed are, it says,
Blessed, yeah.
blessed. It says, Revelations 1 verse 3, blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy.
That's right.
It said, bless me, bless me. I'm trying to tell you to bless me. When he was drinking or weed or whatever, you know? And they that hear the words of this prophecy and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. The time is at hand. So when you keep those things, you're of a sober mind. Because when you're drunk and you're high or whatever, one ear out to the other. One ear out to the other. When you're sober now, it shows that you really mean it. You're sincere. You're sincere. And you hear these words, and you truly value these words. Because when it says, you that tremble at the Most High's word, you tremble at this word. You truly fear the words of your Father in heaven. Showing that you must be of the elect.
Hey, I'm born again, I'm born again. I'm born again, you know. How are you? Okay, see. So what I think of brain tumor and you survived, I came back. I had a brain tumor here, cut my head here. And I'm better now, I'm much better. I'm better than before. And I'm up again, I'm alive again. Brain tumor sits in my brain. Right here. I lost memory, lost everything. Huh? What's that called? I lost my memory. Yeah, man.
Deuteronomy chapter 32 and verse 39. See now that I, even I am he, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive, I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. The Most High wounds and the Most High heals. If you had a brain tumor and you survived that, that is all because the Most High was really good to make you survive that. So now the truth of the matter is you've got to come back to your Lord, which is God of the Bible, because He's done a good thing for you. He's healed you from your sickness. Now, the way to repay Him is to turn back to your power, who we've forgotten about. Do you want to go in?
Yeah. He's my friend, you know.
Okay.
Good for anyone, not you. Yeah. That's what I said last time.
Okay.
I just enjoy my life, man.
Okay.
I'm happy and I just come back and no.
Well, you know you're in this light, right? So you're one of God's chosen people. The Most High created 18 nations of people, but only one nation He set aside for Himself. That's the Israelites. In Hebrew, that would be Yasha Allah, meaning He is the Prince of the power, meaning that the Israelites are the sons of God. Not all people on the earth can claim that. Only the Israelites. So you're a son of God.
See? And I know I'm happy now, you know. I'm really happy because I've come back talking about that so-called black people. Yeah. I try to beg people, they think I'm no, they don't take the notice. But they keep going. No, I know, because I had it, remember,
When you read about the Jews,
when I'm more leaflet, I can look at it.
you just gotta listen, you just gotta quiet, listen.
I want you to come back around, my young man. I see a beer, I need you. Take care, guys, yeah? See you soon, yeah? Take care. Alright.
Quiet, listen. Just have to make an excuse and walk down the street.
Since it was your heart to go astray against Him, now being returned seeking 10 times more.
That's exactly the attitude you're supposed to have.
Yeah.
Being returned, seeking 10 times more, meaning you should have all that zeal to shut your damn mouth.
See, because that's true, but that's what we all went through. Like, we might not have had brain tumours, all thanks to the Most High, but we was all going through some kind of hell that made us stop and think, hang on a minute, what's going on here? What's this life about? You know, why am I always catching hell? Then we sought the word of the Lord, and that's how we came to be where we are. So him, he's had that near-death experience. He really should have the zeal, you know what, man? I I need to seek out the Lord to save my life.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Like, if that was me and I just come out of that.
You're an Israelite. You're not black. Your skin is a black. You're a descendant of a man called Abraham.
I'm descendant from Syria. My great-great-grandfather is from Syria. Yeah? Come to Jamaica when they were fighting Christian. The Muslim was fighting Christian. So he went to Jamaica. Married to an African. So my great African and Syrian. Yeah? I mean, I'm not in Birmingham, you know, it's the Israelites as well. Every time I pass it, I'm looking at a scene because it goes all over, you know. The brother, son. It goes all over. It's red, really red. Yeah, it's up there. I don't know if it comes this way. Yeah, but I know about the Israelites from the little bit. I know. We have all a group in Jamaica called Israel Vibration. Rastaman. Israel Vibration. You know all about Israel. The Jews, them slow, they say they're Jews. I think they are some.
Beard will shave him. Beard will shave him. Yeah. Beard will shave off. He's just in the world. He's got that pride in him, you know? You're an Israelite, man. You're an Israelite. Nobody Israelites? Israelites. Check us out on YouTube. They said, again he said unto me, Ezekiel 37, verse 4. Again he said unto me, prophesy upon these bones. And said unto them, O ye dry bones, hear ye the word of the Lord. And that's the biggest problem for our people. They got a problem hearing, man. They can't settle themselves down and that's submissive. Because I've got a problem with my woman, man. And I tell her, listen, you gotta listen, man. You gotta start listening to me. She's trying to fight me, she's trying to fight me. Right? Oh, is she? You have the plan. Why is she always trying to fight me?
She's okay. She said, Mom, don't see me.
Because she was raised up in a female-orientated household. She didn't have no strong male figurehead present in the house. You understand? There's that of our people.
Maybe the Most High is making you experience that to let you know how the Most High feels about these people, not listening.
Got a woman that don't listen to me. Our Father in heaven is rich and powerful. The greatest teacher. See how the Most High teach us? The Most High will make you go through it so you can understand how He feels.
That's right.
So you can respect Him all the more. And build that relationship with Him. Because you know how the Most High feels. You know, so it says, "O ye dry bones, hear ye the word of the Lord." And when these bones are dry, when they have no moisture, they have no water, they're dry. And what is that water? This word. Sirach chapter 1 verse 5. The word of the Most High, the word of God the Most High, is the fountain of wisdom. The water that will moisten up your dry bones. Dry as hell. I mean, you're lacking the moisture, you're lacking wisdom. Totally dry. You niggas come up, man, talking all that shit. Like, you lacking wisdom. You gotta have wisdom, man. You know? You're lacking understanding. Right? So it says, "O ye dry bones, hear the word of the Lord." And it says, "Blessed are they that hear these words." So blessed are you that receive this water. It's awesome. So we're out here. You got the 2/3 of our people walking past. And the Most High is using us to bring in the elect. The elect of them. Meaning, we could be out here for the whole day. Another 2/3 niggas pass by. And we're wasting our energy, our lives, to be out here teaching this word. And nothing but 2/3 pass by. And you might have one elect out of the whole day. Now listen. This is work, man. This is a labor. We're laboring for the sake of the elect. We're laboring for the elect's sake. You know? And this is why you brothers shouldn't be disheartened. We're out here week after week after week for the sake of the elect. And the majority of our people don't listen to us. But it's supposed to be that way. It's supposed to be that way. You understand? It's supposed to be like that. You're supposed to have thousands upon thousands of people listening. Most times looking for a remnant. Bring it out.
This is Matthew chapter 9, verse 37.
I overhear your conversation when you said, when you go to clear feeding, I do have to man. As a youth coming up, I have clear feeding and there was no man. So what am I learning? Yeah, I heard you say just now, say, I just overhear your conversation. When you said go around clear feeding. So I'm saying it's a true thing you were saying, but consciously,